is a crappy question, but in a religious sense.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Can I do my intro? Is that okay?
So not to like more. So can I say?
Yeah, that's fine. You actually look perfect.
I'm not comfortable.
But that's way it's gonna win. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. To all my old subbies, what it do. If you're new on the page, please, before we get into it, please don't forget to subscribe and of course like, comment, engage. Anyway, business of today. I don't know if you guys have seen my previous video. I'm gonna link it, one of my previous videos, I'm gonna link it in the description box. But of course, I have done the right thing.
Yes.
I have sourced out. Actually, I didn't source out. You actually.
Yeah, so she didn't do the right thing. I called her up when she was batching church boys.
First of all, I was not bashing
Okay.
church boys. Can I finish?
Okay,
Can
sorry.
I finish my intro? Yo!
So I'm here to represent church boys. What's up, church boy?
So I did a video about why I don't date church boys, and in the video I promised you guys that I'm gonna find a church boyfriend of mine who is going to participate in the video with me
Church boy?
and kind of answer some of the questions that I know represent I know they represent like 99.9999%.
Okay.
I'm joking, not 99.9, but some mindsets of certain ladies who
Like 40%.
are. He thinks it's 40%, but
60%.
88.9%.
75. Let's do it like a distinction, like cum laude is 75%.
Anyway, since you're talking so much, can you just say hello to my people and introduce yourself? Tell them who you are, what's your name,
Okay.
what is your relation, what is your relationship status, and by relationship status, I mean like relationship status and home affairs.
Okay.
On this channel, when we
Yes.
talk about single, married, divorced,
Yes.
we're talking about home affairs.
Yes, yes.
If you've been in a courtship for 5 years, you are single. If you've been dating him for 10 years, you are single. On this channel, we talk about home affairs. Single, married, divorced.
Okay. Okay, is it me? Okay, hi. My name is Tapang Khatewe. I know this lady from a while back. She's a friend of mine. On and off friendship, but we are now like solid now, solid as a rock, doing videos together. I'm married. She asked me to bring my ring.
Because he doesn't wear it, which is a topic of discussion for today.
Yeah, because
he does not wear it. He's a church boy that does not wear his wedding ring.
So I'm married.
Thank you.
I'm married. We've been married now for about 3.5 years. I have 2 children with my lovely, beautiful wife.
Gorgeous wife.
So yeah, I've been a church boy, still am. So can I do the intro? I'm doing the intro. Right?
You are.
So this is my point, right? So she did a video of this why I don't date church boys, which I'm going to ask you some questions as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So she did a video of why she doesn't date church boys. So I called her up on that video where she was sipping pina colada or something.
First of all,
we don't have
also to address the countless comments on my beverage of choice.
Okay.
It is 0%
Okay.
istropez.
Okay.
Pink drink, baby.
Okay,
Pink
so
drink.
she
It
was-
was not a pina colada.
Okay,
Pina
okay.
colada is white.
Okay, so
in color.
I
It's not a
don't
pina
know.
colada.
Okay.
It is not a
Strawberry
strawberry daiquiri. Like you were saying. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
so
And I'm not sponsored. This video is not sponsored by Istropez.
Oh,
But I just
strawberry
had
daiquiri. It's
to. No.
strawberry
A strawberry daiquiri is a cocktail,
okay.
firstly.
Okay, so while
Of which you can have version version of it.
Okay, so while she was sipping on the 0% drink that she...
Istropez, get it right because it's expensive.
While she was sipping on the 0% Istropez that she seemingly kept downing, and she was very, very happy, and then, blame me if I, suspected she was getting a little bit tipsy. In any case,
But simply because I was speaking the truth about you people.
Yeah, I get they say alcohol helps you speak the truth.
No, I can speak the truth, period. Like I'm going to speak the truth today.
Without
Some
alcohol.
more.
Yeah, so to her pastor and to her church members, she was not drinking liquor. She does not drink liquor on camera. We are not drinking liquor today. We are not drinking liquor. So in any case, so after she did that video, after she did a video, so I called her and then I said some of her views are not representative of, some of us out there.
Okay, can I interject?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so when he did call me, he said that some of the views are a bit biased.
Yes.
And that I can't use a blanket effect.
Yes.
And I said to him that yes, the one thing that I did omit in my video is that my opinion is not like a blanket approach.
Sure.
It is the selective few encounters.
Yeah. Go. Was this the pause? So we're on. And then she was now saying that she was not bashing church boys, but...
Of which I wasn't.
Okay, she wasn't.
Are these not facts?
Okay, she was stating facts. So what I felt was necessary was a representation from sort of both sides, because the question from my side was, what is a church boy, right? Right? And she was just throwing statements out there because of her previous experiences in life and other ladies in church.
Okay, so I think a great place to start, we're starting.
Yes.
A great place to start, what would you define a church boy to be? Don't ask me the question back.
I would actually want you to. I get it.
No, I want you in your church. The reason, okay.
Church boy.
The reason why you are here is because the idea and the picture that I gave of the church boys is not something you identify with.
Okay, yeah.
So tell me, in
boy,
your opinion, what is something that you identify with being a church boy?
Okay, church boy would ultimately be somebody who goes to church, is of the male.
No! You don't say!
Is a male and happens to, at one point in life, had been a boy. A church boy.
Okay, by boy, we don't really mean like
not a young boy, like a church man. So we can't
like a male person who is, but like the common terminology.
Yeah. So this is somebody who grew up in church for the most part, right? Who from a very early age grew up in church, has been viewed as the saint amongst, or that is supposedly it's supposed to be a saint among other guys in the male diaspora. And it was supposed to be better.
Plethora.
Yeah, so this is the church boy, which I think was the person who was referred to in your video. This is somebody who's grown up in church, has a certain persona that they put up in church, right? And they are saved, hopefully, or they pretend to be saved. We don't know. But this is then the definition of the church boy.
And church is a huge part of the, excuse my nail, guys. Anyway. Church is a huge part of.
They look the same.
Church is a huge part of what they consider to be their life.
Yeah, their identity.
Their identity, their
so
life.
They either they either play music or they identify themselves as church boys. Like they know how to preach, they know the sermon before it starts, or this wine is about to get hot, this cup is about to get cold. So they can preach with the preacher, they can unpreach the preacher, they can then correct the preacher, and they can quote scriptures. The funny thing that she said was the church boy doesn't know scriptures, but interesting enough, the church boy... I
get it, we are acknowledging or we are establishing his definition.
Yeah, so the church boy, this one, actually I'm referring to your one who's seemingly a player. The player church boys that you were referring to.
They know scripture. So that they can trick us.
Yeah, that's how
using the words.
Yeah, that's how they trick gullible people.
So you do acknowledge that they do trick gullible church girls?
Yes.
Okay. You may continue.
This is not everybody, which was my point, right? I was not refuting what you were saying about church guys or church boys.
Today.
All right. Is it like
refuting?
Is it like because I use examples?
Man.
Yeah,
but
no. So
we learn.
So I was not against your concept of church boy, but my issue at the time was you are not bashing. You are then outlining your reasons why you are not dating these church boys, right? So then I was saying,
Or have retired.
are you, okay, my question after my next statement is,
Okay.
are you in a relationship and does the guy go to church? Is he a church boy or not? You will then have an opportunity to
This
answer.
channel is not about my relationship, whether I'm dating or not. So
Okay.
that will not be answered.
Okay, but technically then, if you are in a relationship and the guy goes to church and he's been in church, because I would suppose somebody who grew up in church qualifies the definition, the given definition of a church.
Let's get to the point. So
the
that
point
this is
was,
not
so the point was not about her. The point was then, now that we are saying we don't date church boys, or I don't date church boys, as an influencer, as a person who's seeking...
I'm not an influencer.
Okay, as a person who's speaking to the masses...
I'm not an influencer.
masses of subscribers out there.
Not masses, but we're getting to 200.
Yeah, we are almost there, right? So as a person who's speaking to 200 plus subscribers
I receive.
out there, right? So as what do we say then? What's the way forward? What are we saying to church girls? What are we saying to them? Are we saying don't date church boys? And then we are saying, who should you date?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That is a good question.
That's my intro. That's my intro. Is that
No, we almost died.
Okay. Okay. That's okay.
That is interesting, and that is an interesting conversation that we actually had offline.
Yeah.
Because as much as,
I called with my airtime.
he did call, and a lot of the times for content for my channel, he is definitely one of the people I use as a sounding board to kind of just, pitch certain ideas to and really hear, like, what did you think about a certain thing that has happened. So, of course, in the conversation offline, we did have that very important discussion to say that why are we here?
Yeah.
That's something he likes to say a lot.
Yeah.
Why are we here? So at the end of saying to people who you are kind of trying to direct a certain pattern of thinking with, what then is the resolution to it?
Yeah. To
So
this
that's
conundrum, which is church boys.
church boys,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's why he's here today, I think,
Yes.
for most part.
Yes.
And I think most importantly, I still stand on the point that I do say that if you have a certain set of values, I'm not trying to box anything in, but if you have a certain set of values and beliefs, it's important to align yourself with those set of beliefs and with somebody who believes and kind of governs their life in a similar way that you would do for yourself. So we're trying to help people to get to a healthy place in church relationships, right? In spiritual relationships.
I didn't know that's what we're trying to do, but we're doing it now.
But we're doing it because the point is you want to find yourself at the end of the day stress-free and happy, right?
And still in church, by the way.
I'm still in church loving God.
And not leaving church because of the guy.
Yes, which happens a lot, right? Admit that it happens a lot. That people break up and then one of the parties just decides, I don't want to see you anymore.
Okay. Yeah, one of the parties happens to be ladies most of the time.
Because men are like, "Mindoda mina, nizohlala la."
Hence, I had to come onto the channel and sort of...
Okay, so here's my first important question. Right? As a lady who's in the church, right? And I'm trying, or I'm available.
First question.
Okay, first question.
As a lady.
I'm a lady, I'm in church, I'm emotionally available, I'm financially ready. I'm emotionally available. I'm financially ready and looking. And I guess they pray. They pray, the ladies.
Okay.
They pray that God,
Why don't
I'm ready.
you say we pray?
Yeah, we pray.
Yes.
And we're like, God, I'm ready for you to bring whatever into my life that is going to partner up with me, and we're just going to serve you together because of Nandi. You know what? Life partner vibes. So as a lady who's in that stage, and I specifically want to define the stage that I feel like, according to the church, is acceptable for people to actually start dating on a serious scale, right? For a lady who's at that stage, and somebody is coming up to you, a male is approaching you, how do you know if he's like, honey? How do you know if he is about to waste your time, humiliate you, clown. Humiliate you, embarrass you, you know, like what is that type of a guy? And you personally, when you were serious about finding a partner, what were the important steps that you took to approach, to secure, and to marry? Thank you, sir.
Yeah. How many questions?
It's 2 parts.
Okay.
Ladies, what are red flags?
Red flag.
He's gonna waste your time. And then ladies, this is what I, as a church boy who feels I'm on the right track, did to get to a point where I'm married with 2 kids.
Okay, 2.5. Really? What? I never got the whole 2.5.
What's half?
I don't know. I'm looking for the half. So now I'm on my way to half. But in any case.
What?
So in any case, look, if we go in the context of being church boys and church girls.
Please do not lie.
I'm not lying, and I'm not going to lie. Don't lie. On camera.
That's why he's not a church boy.
Right?
Because you know they lie.
Yeah, okay.
You know they lie.
Okay, wait, can I answer? I think I can answer. Right? So one is both church boys and church girls in most churches. You have different denominations, but in most denominations, we are taught, what to do and what not to do. So you find some of the times the people that get burnt is because they decide with the scheming fellow who then convinces you otherwise, okay, no, let's not listen to the past. So you, Adam and Eve, not listening to God, listen to the snake. In any case, but that's the point, which is, it's a big part of the equation. Now, in most cases, the church tries to outline guidelines.
Yes.
Right? To say, Ona as church number A was church number B.
Yes.
If there's a guy who wants to see you, let him come see the pastor, or let him go register I am on the waiting list of relationships about in the church, and then they will get ticked in due course. So the first thing is those boundaries. If a guy then can cross those boundaries with you, then he knows he can cross other boundaries with you, right? So in essence, the playing rules should be the same, right? Especially now we're in the context of church boys and church girls. So there's a basis where the ground rules are the same. So the ground rules are set by your spiritual beliefs and your church environment, especially if you guys are from the same denomination. If you're not, then you want to establish, now what does the other denomination believe? And how do they conduct?
So basically, like,
sure.
How could you be?
Yeah, sure. Especially in the context of church boys, right? Yeah. Because if you are otherwise walk around and shop around, come along. If that's what you want. But if you're going to go then in the church, then you need to establish, this is the common playing rules. And if everybody sticks to the common playing rules, then most of the hassles are eliminated.
Okay, enough about them. Your process. What do you think made your process unique, or what do you think gave you the outcome and the results that you currently have? Yeah, look, through your process. Personalize it.
For the most part, since we're not sort of personalizer, spotlight on me, away from you. For the most part, since look, for the guys I normally speak to, especially guys my age who are either married or getting married, very few who've been married. You already know by Buma month number 2, month number 3, month number 4 within the relationship that this lady is the one.
Thank you, ladies. It doesn't take 10 years, girlfriend. It doesn't take 3 years. It doesn't take 10 years.
It does.
It doesn't. If you are suffering and enduring for 10 years, then you are in trouble, girlfriend, because by month number 2, coming from a male, by month number 2, he knows what the intention is.
Yes.
Not whether or not he is going to act on the intention there and then.
Yes.
But by month number 2, he is saying something that is assuring you of where you are moving to. If you have not had this discussion, girlfriend, we are in year number 6. We are in year number 6.
Okay.
And there's no discussion that is saying, listen, I I know for a fact that I want to be with you,
Yeah.
and I am working on it with regards to A, B, C, and D.
Okay, let me quantify.
Slice again.
Let me quantify the statements.
Thank you.
Let me quantify. Here's how I would quantify the statement. The statement then says, before you come as a lady, already me as a guy sitting here, I'm already painting a picture of this is the type of lady I want, right? So if I go out looking for a lady, I go out looking for a lady.
Sorry about that, guys. Like the camera keeps on switching off. But as you were saying,
as I was saying,
before we were rudely interrupted.
Look, again, you would then have a template in your mind of the type of lady that you're looking for, right? Especially as a guy, because you're the chaser. Maybe girls have it differently. I won't speak for girls, and I'm not speaking for every guy. I'm just speaking from
because we established at the beginning that this is just it's not a blanket.
In this video, whatever. Fast voice.
Yes.
Yeah. So you paint a picture. I want a lady, tall, short, funny, hardworking, blah blah blah. So when I go out looking, and because I already have a template in mind. So I'm not looking.
Bear in mind that this is somebody who's serious about you or life or what type of relationship they want to find.
So they go out looking already. They have a template in mind. They go out, so one would pass, so because we're in the church context, so let's speak in church context. So already in church context, I would then have, that sister, she sort of fits the description. So when I approach that sister, I already have, the backdrop. And by month 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, 6 months maybe, then I have... By month 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever. How is it to 6 months?
Okay, or whatever. 2 years, 10 years.
Okay, by whatever.
10 years.
Okay, whatever.
10 years is not it.
Okay.
He doesn't need 10 years, babes. I'm done, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying that if he is at year number 10, let us re-evaluate the way you evaluate when you're looking for
okay. So already by month number 3, all he has to do is link the 2 pieces together. So he has what he's thinking, and then he has you. So you're either it or you're not it.
Period. Can you do it with me? Period. In your dating years, one of the things that I mentioned in the Why I Don't Date Church Boy Thingy video is that there's this tendency of multiple conversations happening at the same time. So I'm not saying that you're dating all of these. Some of them are dating all of these women at the same time. But let's say in a reasonable church boy vocab, you'd say you are speaking to.
Yes, we do.
10,
speak to them.
15, 16, 25.
I'm waiting for the Lord to come.
Girls at the same time.
Wow.
Why?
That's the question.
Why?
I don't understand.
Why do you guys feel the need to just speak to multiple women about the same type of things at the same time? Because I feel like when you're in church, like if a guy is talking to you, like it's a big deal. It's kind of like a big deal. It's kind of like you're already planning.
Yeah.
So if you are talking to 15, 16, 25, 30 of us, the entire worshiping team only conductor then why?
Okay, I don't have a why, but I have the safety nets that are in most cases already in place. As a person who grew up in church, I feel people that grow up in church feel our church is too constrictive. They feel our church has too many rules. Then they break the rules and then they get heartbroken, and then we understand sometimes why the rules are there. Not supporting whatever, but this is my point. The reason for accountability mechanisms in church, whatever they are, it then is supposed to then put you guys on the platform of saying, brother so-and-so is busy speaking to sister so-and-so. They are not necessarily intending to get married, but we put them on a certain platform. Because Zanele is speaking to, brother X. They're already, they come back to church together. And that platform then says, let everybody know this is what's happening. So those things, sometimes we ourselves in the church avoid such accountability mechanisms. We create our own problems. Because then the brother can slide in and be like speaking to you, but it's not official because he doesn't have to speak to anybody about it. And then he can speak to 15 girls at the same time in the same church.
Guys,
Yeah.
am I not?
So accountability for me is important. Accountability doesn't say you guys are getting married.
Yes.
Accountability just says, let's if you are serious, or look, when people say be accountable, we're not saying let the guy once and forever conclude who you are the one. We're saying let the guy then speak up and say, I'm currently dating Zane in the confines of what it means in your church. So that Zanele can then say, I'm also dating brother X. So that when tomorrow the relationship is finished, you guys have some other thing to say, we're no longer together. So brother and sister can then move on to the next person.
Next, and the next, and the next, and the next.
Hopefully not too many next.
Woo! Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully not too many.
Yeah.
So another one of the points that I raised in my previous video is the willingness to just be financially stable as
By who? Like who's willingness?
the male.
Okay. Willingness
A lot
or
of
unwillingness?
I don't know if it's unwillingness. Maybe you'll answer. I don't know what happens, but I just find a lot of people just going into full-time ministry for no reason. I'm in full-time ministry right now. I'm in ministry. This is ministry, but I have a job. So, like, I don't know. Do you think it's important to, if you are a guy and you are trying to secure a family setup and you are trying to pursue a relationship with a lady, do you think, or you can elaborate and express at what position in life, financial position, emotional position, like what works better? What do you think works better, and why do you think certain guys still want to just jump into dating wanabatho? And listen, I'm not against building a life together.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. Don't misquote me.
Yes.
I'm not against building with somebody.
She's from the ceramic era, so she doesn't want to take into tapete.
Gosh, but
Yeah.
I'm not against building with someone. But I also feel like a lot of guys don't have the plan as to like, yes, how am I going to get you to the ceramic and marble, honey? How am I going to get you to the walk-in closet, sweetie? How are we going to do
Okay,
that?
I wouldn't necessarily say have the plan. Right?
Why must I go bereka?
Okay,
Why must I go bereka?
Okay, they must
What
work.
is this full-time ministry thing?
Okay, they must work.
Yes, they must work. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. They must work. Yeah,
Can they work? Can
they should work. I am here on record to the rest of humanity, especially in the church confines of South Africa, saying church boys must work.
Please. Yo, nakakopa tu. Yo.
Yes, they must work.
Nakakopa.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's enough for now.
Okay.
Because I don't know, I think that's enough for now, guys. Please let us know if you need a part 2 of this, because I definitely think we should have a part 2, but I don't want the video to be too long.
Yes,
but this was definitely enlightening. I think we got a lot of gems out of the ladies. Guys as well, I think there's a lot to learn.
In conclusion, is this the...
I'm going to give you a chance to conclude. Do you want to say anything to conclude?
Yeah, in conclusion, look, I guess if you join a church or if you've grown up in a particular movement, there's already structures
I love how you say movement.
so there's structures in place that says how certain things should be done. Sure, as we grow up, we then question certain parts of the how the structure is put in place.
Yeah.
Which is fine, then we need to take it up with the leadership to say, guys, but in this era for us it's not working.
Yeah.
But now if you do it on the side and you and your friends are like, they are saying we must not do X, Y, and Z, we'll do it anywho, and then we'll just exist. This is where things then become a bit, jumbled up, and then there's no definition, so we don't know what's the context. Because if you're playing a game, there is a context, there's rules. We can do this in this context. Yeah. So if we are not playing by the same rules, if me and the guys have swayed away from what the rules are supposed to be, then the lady is expecting us to play by certain faithful rules, and we didn't sign up for those. So you need to then check, well, is the guy playing by the same rules in this that we've signed up for? And once that is done, then we are playing the same game.
Guys, please subscribe.
Subscribe.
I mean, what do I say after that? There's nothing to say after that.
Ah,
Come, friend!
subscribe.
Come,
The friend is here to subscribe.
come.
No, she's part of the.
Come say hi. Come say hi to my people.
The reason why you should subscribe is because we've gotten another subscriber here.
Hi. I don't think you're in the shot. Come and say hello to my people. Hello, y'all.
I don't know who she is.
Of course, he knows who she is. That is our friend Mpulukeng Lesika. She's a church girl.
Yes.
Thank you, Jesus. She loves Jesus.
She didn't subscribe. No,
Okay.
you didn't subscribe to
Can
this.
I close? Can I close? Thank you so much, guys,
She
for
must
watching.
actually do a video. Church girl version 2. No.
Yeah, church girl version
No.
2. Can we
No,
close?
she's not doing
Can we
church
close?
version.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Subscribe,
Thank
like,
you.
share it with your homies,
Hit
share it
that
with your people.
subscribe button.
We
Smash
just
hit the
comment
subscribe
whether you want a
button.
part 2.
Smash like that subscribe button.
Okay.